Hello and welcome to this build, or this video I should say. I am building a house that is inspired from Twilight, or the Twilight movies, Edward Cullen's house, like the Cullens, they have like a really big modern house and it's, all fancy and stuff because they're really rich. I don't really know if I like Twilight anymore. I used to when I was younger, like a young teen girl, because every young teen girl that I knew was into it, so I was just into it as well. I don't know, it was just something that everyone was into at one point. So and since the vampire stuff back has come out, well then it's just fitting, isn't it? So that's why I made it. And it's not exactly like it because it's very hard to replicate things on The Sims, because obviously we don't have all the stuff that you would normally have in real life. Also, like, the house is like super modern and it's quite simple. So when I first made this house, and I didn't record it, when I first did that, the house actually looked really boring because it was just super modern and simple. So I've changed it up a bit, made it a bit more interesting, so that's why it's not exactly like it. And so it's a really big house. Right here I'm just putting some walls that go all the way through, it's like a big room that runs all the way through the house, and I just like put like a small garden on the bottom, so it's like a little indoor square. And I've cut up a lot of this video, so you can see here I've like skipped ahead quite a lot. That's because it just took me ages and ages. It took me hours and hours to build, so I only filmed a few small bits of it. Otherwise this would be a really, really long video. Unfortunately you don't get to see me decorate all of the rooms either. I show you the main rooms, it's just I show you one bedroom as well and bathroom, but I don't show you every single bedroom and bathroom. I think that's what I cut out. I could have made this into 2 parts because it's about 20 minutes long, this video, so I think it's actually one of the longest videos I've done. I'm not sure, that's just because my computer doesn't really let me have a lot of film. It doesn't let me film a lot, and the disk storage always gets full and I have to delete loads of stuff that I don't want to delete and things, but in order to make room. But yes, this is this is a little bit of the, I don't even know what I'm talking about. There's a little bit of the building that goes off to the side, and I put a little pool in there, even though I don't think in the real one they have a pool. But since it's The Sims, I just added extra stuff, extra details, extra rooms and things, because also the real house in the film doesn't have a coffin in it. I don't think, from what I can remember, they all just had bedrooms. Even though they don't sleep, they just had bedrooms anyway. I don't think they had beds, but I did include beds because I downloaded some of The Sims off the gallery. I can't remember who it was that made them, but somebody made all of the Cullens and Bella, and they looked exactly like them, and you'll see it in the screenshots. But whoever did that did a really good job. So I downloaded those, and they would need a bed ideally, because I think they're humans. I don't know if the vampires in this game sleep or not, but I did include one coffin, and that's in the basement. So there's a small basement, and I was gonna make 8 coffins, so there's enough for all of them, but I don't know. It's just because it didn't have it in the film, I just felt like not adding it. You could always expand the basement and add more coffins, but there's only one coffin in there at the moment, and it's just kind of like a shrine, because in the movie they don't need coffins, so I just kind of used it as a place where they can maybe go down and mourn their old lives or something, because I know that in the movie that they actually do that a lot. They're kind of looking back to their old lives, and some of them regret turning into vampires, and some of them wish that we're still humans and had lived their normal lives, but that's that. So I'm doing some landscaping here. I used some of the new plants that we get with the pack as well, which is cool. So we got a fern that I've used, and there's some crawling thorns, and there's that big tree The trees are really nice. I really like the trees that we got, because a lot of the trees in The Sims, they're all so perfect and lush, and it's just not very realistic. So I'm glad that we've got a few sparser trees, ones that don't have as many leaves on, because it's a bit more realistic. We can play about with having full trees and not so full trees, and it just makes things look more real. So yeah, always add terrain tool, because it just makes things look more real too. Yeah, put a little sundial there in the back, which you probably just saw, which I thought was kind of, referring to like how the sunlight affects them. In this though, sunlight doesn't burn their skin in Twilight. It only makes them glitter, like they sparkle, which is really weird. But if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, if they step out into the sunlight, then their skin sparkles. So they don't really go out in the sun, not because they'll die if they do, but just because people will wonder why they're sparkling. So yeah, in the film they live in a place that's always kind of cloudy. It doesn't have much sunlight. And yeah, on the top level I made Edward's bedroom, and yeah, you can see me here trying to figure out this little garden area, which I thought looked really cool. Yeah, I really liked how all this looked. It really looked really outdoorsy. It wasn't exactly like, I wanted to make sure that it didn't look exotic and lush, so I tried to use really dark coloured plants, because some of the plants that I tried to use were like bright green. Like there was a bush that was almost like neon green. They just looked so green, and I wanted things to be a bit more toned down, a bit dull. I just wanted things, to look realistic, and like maybe we're living in a cold place. So yeah, adding in stairs, and as you can see, this build is pretty huge. The entire of the second level, the one above the ground level, I know this is different in each country, but the second level, the entire one of that is just open plan, apart from a small bathroom. So that was a challenge to me. I'm decorating it here right now actually. This is like the entire open plan. This little rectangular area is a kitchen, and yeah, I create like a little bathroom to sit at. Sorry. I'm so sorry, that was probably really loud. I don't even know why I sneezed. I haven't got a cold. I'm not ill. I don't know why I sneezed. I apologise. But yeah, creating a bar, keeping it modern. Yeah, keeping it modern. And yeah, I used these counters, which I haven't used before. They came with City Living, and they're not super fancy, but I just liked the colours because it had like a kind of cream tinted top to it, and I don't know, it just looked really modern but different. Yeah, putting in loads of cupboards and stuff. What else was I gonna say? It was something about anyway, there's 4 bedrooms because there are 4 couples, so obviously couples 2 in a bedroom, and then every single bedroom has a bathroom attached, and then there's also a bathroom that's not attached to anything. So there's 5 bathrooms and 4 bedrooms, and then a coffin room. There's some nice outdoor areas I've created as well as this seating area that I'm putting in now. This is just the bar area, like breakfast bar. I actually create a proper dining table in the central area of the build. And I love the windows here. This was an accident. I accidentally used the shorter fat windows and the longer tall windows, if you know what I mean. That was an absolute accident. They were meant to be the same height, but I thought it looked really cool. It looked kind of Art Deco, you know what I mean, where they have those different levels of stuff, like staggering levels. Oh yeah, this is interesting what I did with the living room as well. Most of the furniture I used, like the kitchen, that was really modern, but the living room was actually really, I don't know, the furniture was very old-fashioned. I used a lot of the stuff from the pack. So yeah, these rugs and that painting and these chairs, all from the vampire pack, and they're all really old Victorian looking, but I kind of mixed it with modern and it kind of worked. And because of the fact that it was in a modern build, like surrounded by that, I thought it looked really nice. It looked like the build wasn't too dark, and even though I'm using a lot of dark furniture, it's still really like light and open. And yeah, I thought that represented the vampires in this really well, because their house does have a lot of like big windows and they are light and bright, but they do still have like dark furniture and like a dark feel to them. So I think in a way it's just kind of like dark and like sexy feeling, you know. Got more of these rugs going in, just put a few everywhere. And I tried to keep it not cluttered but full. I didn't want the spaces to look empty, but I didn't want it to look cluttered either, because I wanted it to look like, well, they have eternity, so I'm pretty sure if you had that much time on your hands, you'd keep things tidy, and that's how it seemed to be in the film anyway. Like, their house seemed to be really tidy, so that's how I kept it. I struggled for doors, but I finally decided on that door, and I used that door like throughout the rest of the build. It's just like modern, simple, kind of goes with everything. And that door, by the way, did lead to the bathroom. Yeah, this is me trying to sort out the dining table. I don't know what I do around this area. It took me a while to figure out how to place everything, because it's just, I wanted to make sure I didn't split up the space, but I wanted it to still have separate spaces, but I didn't want to like build walls and make separate rooms. So yeah, here, this is the table that I use. I end up putting it like right next to the window. Yeah, there's 8 chairs, so for the 8 people. But obviously you could have like more Sims in this house, because there's a breakfast bar as well. So I don't think I've actually ever talked for this long, and I'm finding it really hard. I'm not a very talkative person usually, and I'm really bad at chit chat. I don't know if it seems that way on the channel, but I find it really hard to small talk. But I'm just trying to do that now. As you can see, I've created like a little area for the when you come in, there's like some shoes and stuff, and like a bench, so that's where you could like, when you come in, hang up your coats and stuff. This is a little living area, so there's obviously like the main living area, but that didn't have a TV, and I wanted to include a little space that had a TV as well, just because, you know, they need entertainment, they're living for a long time. So but yeah, I use a lot of stuff from the Glamour pack as well. So it's a lot of like Glamour pack, Vampire pack, and City Living stuff, just because I thought it was all modern and glamorous. That's what I was trying to go for with this. I'm getting rid of some of these lights because it's a bit overkill, a bit too many lights. And yeah, just dark colours and stuff. I'd like to know how all you lot are finding the pack. I haven't had a chance to play with the vampires yet. I haven't even created a vampire yet. The only thing I've done so far is make this house, but it took me so long, and I wanted to get this build up as early as possible, obviously like when the pack came out, but obviously because I'm not a big YouTuber, I didn't get the pack early, so I only got the pack like just as it was released to the public. So because of that, yeah, I could only just start making this not too long ago, and it's taken me ages. I use a lot of mirrors in this build as well. I know that I think the vampires in The Sims can't see their own reflections, but I know that in the movie they can, so it's weird because there's so many different variations of vampires. Oh, this is me making a 4-poster bed in Edward's room. I almost forgot his name then. Yeah, so I used like posts and curtains and trims to make it look like a 4-poster bed, and I thought it looked really pretty. I'm so happy with that. I'm definitely going to do that again. That's the first time I think I've actually made a 4-poster bed, but I know a lot of you other Simmers do it, but I don't know, I've never tried it before, but yeah, glad I tried it because it turned out really nice. We put a fireplace in his room as well. He's got the biggest room, it's on the top level, and I don't know why, because he's not exactly like the oldest, strongest, most important vampire of the house. It's just that I remember in the film when he takes Bella up to the room, they go upstairs, so I decided to put his on the top level and all the others on the bottom level. And obviously because like he is one of the main characters, his room needed to be more significant. Yeah, that's just the reasons why his bedroom is a lot bigger than everyone else's. But I really love it. This is a bedroom I would absolutely love to have. I don't think I've actually made a bedroom that's this nice before, in my opinion. Obviously it might not be to everyone's taste. But yeah, I just love those mirrors. I keep using them all over. And I do want to say we are nearly going to the screenshots, so I will be talking over the screenshots for a change, because there's some bits that I've left out and I want to like explain them to you. So here's a little time lapse that I did that I think looks really cool. So yeah, enjoy that. The moon's coming up, it looks really cool. Like you can see the graveyard, all the mist coming out and stuff. Even though in the film they don't live in a graveyard, but this was just the biggest lot that was in the vampire world, which is a 40 by 30, which to be honest I'm not too happy with, but you know, you can't have everything. So this is the entrance. To go like the front door, you have to go up those stairs. This is the front door. There's a security camera because, you know, what if some bad vampires come up? So this is the first thing you'd see. And here are a few shots of the kitchen, all modern, marble floors, looking really fancy and stuff. And then this is the bar. I put a nice big painting up there and lots of booze. For some reason there's a lot of drink in this. Yeah, a lot of drink, a lot of old artifacts and stuff, and it was really interesting. I really enjoyed like mixing a lot of the old stuff with the new stuff. And yeah, so this is another bar with some old artifacts, and this is the downstairs bathroom. So this is like the main bathroom for the guests. This is the piano that Edward plays. This is the sitting room. I wouldn't say it's living room because I always class living room as with a TV, but I'd say sitting room. This is going up the stairs from the main area, and this is Edward's bedroom, which has also got a bar. Don't know why, I don't even think they drink in the movie, but in my mind they do. So this is the bedroom from a few different angles. It's just too beautiful, I just can't get over it. His bathroom as well is amazing. So this is it from the outside, and then the inside. Really nice new bathtub and sink with the stuff pack. And here are just some outside shots because I thought it looked really beautiful. I also made a little outdoor area, so there's a little outdoor cinema and barbecue area and outdoor fireplace. That's what that is, just on the balcony. More shots of the beautiful views. This is just outside, like round the back. So this is the back garden. Yeah, there's a vampire there that she just ran into, so I just included that on the screenshots. I don't know. So now we're going downstairs. So this is where most of the vampires' bedrooms are. This is just a little seating area. So this is bedroom number 2, and I didn't really specify which bedroom was for which. And then a bathroom as well, really nice. Another bedroom. I think I did quite well making the bedrooms very different because I know that the characters have quite different personalities. But yeah, like I said, I didn't exactly... Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I was just filming and this happened and I thought it was really funny and weird. Like Bella just walks in on Edward naked with Jasper. I don't know. It was just weird. I don't even know what happened. This is the bathroom of one of the bedrooms, and here's the fourth bedroom, I think. And then this is their bathroom right now. So yeah, they're all very modern and beautiful and glamorous because that was what I was going for. And this is just some more of the downstairs. I just include a little computer and another sitting area. And yeah, I really like that as well. And this is going down into the basement where they've got a coffin so they can mourn their past lives or whatever. And this is the end of the video. So I hope that you liked this video and I'll see you soon.